What's up, KJ Clan? It's your girl Kayla J, and I'm gonna play. And today, I'm back with another freaking video. And for today's video, I'm doing another story time. But this story time is gonna be about how my sneaky link of almost a year had a whole girlfriend. All right, let's get straight into the story. So back in my second semester of my senior year, I started talking to this guy named Keith. So I started talking to this guy named Keith. The way me and Keith even started talking was my homegirl, she sent me his profile. She was just sending me profiles of people that went to tech. And I seen his and I clicked on it. And I was like, oh, hello, mister. Who are you? Oh, he had like tattoos. He was skinny. He had hair in his head. That was my type. Literally, that is my type. And rough around the edges and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, for sure. I'm a slide. My way of sliding on a dude is making them slide on me, you know? So, like 3 pictures, followed him. And I'm like, that's not enough. I need him to slide up on like one of my stories. You know what I did? I posted my Texas Tech acceptance letter. And I was like, my favorite acceptance. And what he do? He slid up on it. And we kicked it off from there. So we was testing on Instagram. Then he got my number. This was the end of January. In February, it was a Sunday. Because I remember we went to the movies to watch Harley Quinn. I was so scared to meet this dude. Like, when I went to the movies, I brought my homegirl with me. And he texted me, he was like, here. And I was like, I'm already in the movies. He came. And he sat down. Y'all. Dudes will really fake the funk with you. They'll act like they really like you for them not to really like you. He sat next to me. At first, I thought he was kind of weird. Because he kept like, I'm looking at the movie. And he right here, and he kept looking at me. And I'm like, why is this dude looking at me? Like, why is he looking at me? After a while, I was like, oh, that's cute. He must think I'm cute. Psych. And then he started hugging on me. And I was just like, I felt so like warm. I was like, oh my gosh. And this is only because this is the second dude I ever talked to. Like, I had a situation with this dude, Slime, that lasted for like 3 years straight. And he was the first one like I ever talked to besides him, literally. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I never felt this before. Girl. Fast forward, we kept talking, and stuff just started coming out the woodworks. So I found some stuff out about him. And then one of my homegirls, I was on live on my spam, and she was telling me, like, she was commenting, and we were talking. I was talking about him. Never said his name. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. Whoever I mess with is going to be on the low. I don't tell people who I mess with. I don't like doing that. So I was just talking about him. And then she was like, wait a minute. I'm going to text you a name, and you tell me if that's him. She texted me Keith. I was like, girl, what do you know about him? And she was like, oh, he's messed with my homegirl. She just posted about him. And I was like, what? And then she showed me, and I was like, well, do they still mess with each other? She was like, from my understanding, no. Me and my detective dumbasses, we kept like finding stuff. Like, I would like zoom in on stuff like the girl would had posted. This girl, she had posted something else, and there was messages between them. And the messages, I seen the date. And then he was like, you look good. I'm like, well, what you mean? But I never said nothing to him. And that's my problem. I don't become confrontational until like I'm just super duper mad. And I really wasn't mad. We're going to fast forward to the end of June. So me and Keith were supposed to go to Brahms. It was a Thursday. I think we were supposed to go Thursday. On Wednesday, I found out that that girl that my homegirl told me about, he went and saw her. And I was like, what the heck? But I didn't say nothing to him. So Thursday we go to Brahms, and he was leaving that weekend. So he left, went to the new city. I'm like, cool. The reason I didn't say nothing is because I was so stuck up. I was like, man, he's my type. Like, this is for me, you know? I was like, we're not that far from each other. Like, it's not just super duper far, nothing like that. So I was like, yeah, this is for me. So I didn't say nothing because I kept going for that fantasy. But one morning, I got mad. This was like in July, and I'll show y'all the messages. One morning, I got so mad. I had a bad dream. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I got mad, texted him. I said, you got a girlfriend. First red flag. He said, why you asked me that? And so I sent him screenshots of him and a girl, and he was like, that's old. And I was like, but you just seen her, and he told me mutual friends. I was like, oh. And conversation went on. This fool, I almost said his name. This fool Keith go tell me, he said, any more questions? I was like, he want to get smacked. After that, our chemistry went downhill. And I know it went downhill because he stopped texting me good morning. My feelings were hurt. Like, they were hurt. He just left me alone. So August 10th is when I got to text. And the day of my move-in day, like, we texting each other. I'm like, I'm on a roll. Because I know he texted me at night. He was like, you coming in today? And I was like, yeah, I'm on a roll. And then it was like, I'm going to see you. And I was like, I'll tell you whenever I get to my dorm, yada, yada, yada. After that, I texted him. I'm like, you can come by. Came and got me. I was so shy, y'all. Like, I was shy like I'd never seen him in person before. So I was like super duper shy. He took me to his place, came in the house. He introduced me to his roommates. Crazy. And then later on that day, he took me back to my dorm. So I'm in my dorm chilling. The dude didn't text me. Like, the next day, he didn't text me. And I was like, God, Lee. I started to get sad, y'all. Because I was like, dang, I really like him. And I didn't know why I liked him so much. I do know why I liked him so much. I liked him because he was my type. And I never really just found anybody my type. So that's why I liked him so much. And I was doing stuff for that boy I'd never do for nobody else. I legit was dumb for this dude. My roommate at the time and Jedediah, they convinced me to text him and be like, so what are we doing? I did not want to text him that. They took my phone and text Keith that. And y'all, it hurt my feelings. Like, I wanted to cry. Because this fool said, he was like, what's wrong with what we doing now? And I was like, dang. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all this. Back in the gap, he was telling me we was going to work towards a relationship for college and all that stuff. So when he told me what's wrong with what we doing now, it kind of hurt my feelings. And I was like, cool. Yeah, I ain't tripping. We kept talking after that. Like, I would see him like twice a month. We didn't text each other at all. The only time this fool, he only hit me up for 2 things. And one of them things was for homework. So that's when I started talking to this other dude. That's going to be another story time. Toxic. I started talking to Toxic. So I was like, Toxic, he had his own thing because he was from back home. So he had his own thing going on with some ex of his that I found out about. So I kept talking to Keith. Because I'm like, okay, no, I'm not finna try to talk to Toxic. And he over here still talking to his ex. So I kept talking to Keith. That's what I'm used to. So I keep talking to him. After a while, like, y'all will really get tired of being treated wrong. Not necessarily being treated wrong, but not being treated like you're supposed to be. I'm supposed to be treated like a princess. Because I'm big homie. Like, and I need to be treated like I'm big homie. We didn't text the whole month of December. I made a post, Jedediah, and I'm going to post the messages. I had to make this post to Jedediah. I said, oh, he mad because I don't call him no more, yada, yada, yada. And Keith had the nerve to slide up on my story and was like, no, for real. He said something like that. Boy, you don't even talk to me like you don't talk to me. He texted my number. He was like, you don't mess with me no more. We not cool no more or something like that. And I was like, you only hit me up for, like, you don't really just hit me up. Like, you don't talk to me. You only hit me up when you need me. Like, need something from me. Never, like, oh, we cool, you know? That was, I don't know if that was like January when he texted me that. I got back to campus and he called me. He called me that night and he was like, what you doing, da da da, and he stood on the phone with me. Y'all, the weirdest thing, because Keith has never been on the phone. That was our third time ever been on FaceTime, and the fact that I know that's our third time, that's a problem. So I was like, I was telling my roommate, I was like, this is weird. He just sat here on the phone with me, and I'm like, he wants something from me. And lo and behold, he wanted something from me. So he texted me, he was like, trying to come over, and I told him no. I was like, I got some work to do or something. I just didn't want to go over there. But then the next day, he texted me again, asking, you want to come over? And I'm like, cool, we're not doing nothing. Like, watch a movie, so do you still want me to come over? And so I went over there that night, and then I had came back. I needed that to know, like, this is not what I want. I don't want to live this life. When he texted me, like, trying to come over, that was February. That was the beginning. I'm thinking end of January. No, that was the beginning of February. So that weekend was the party. And I had went to the party. He was there, whatever, left. I posted these videos and I was going through my views. And that's how I watch, like, people's story. I go through my viewers and then I click on their story. I was going through them. I seen this girl. I seen her multiple times. Like, me and this girl used to go to church together when we was kids. So I thought, like, in the past, that's the reason she was in my views. And then I also was like, no, her and the girl that I was telling Keith about follow each other. So I'm like, they must be friends and they're watching my stuff. I click on the story, y'all. Click, boom. This fool is on her story. Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I start crying. I was like, I got played. This fool had a girlfriend. I'm looking at the dates of this stuff. And y'all remember when I said that Wednesday, he went and saw that girl. Thursday, we went to Brahms. On Friday, he was with her. Don't get me wrong. It was so player. That's player. I give you that. But towards me, that's not player. Like, my feelings were hurt because I was always good to this boy for me to find out he had a girlfriend the whole time we were talking. So I ended up texting him all, and he unfollowed me on Instagram. Like, I didn't even unfollow him. I texted him, and I showed him messages. He was making me mad and all this stuff, trying to, like, play victim, talking about some, you were doing the same thing, da 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 da. No. What you were doing and what I was doing were two different things. That day, I remember I went to Chipotle to get some food, and I was sitting in my roommate's car because she let me drive her car to Chipotle. I was sitting there. I had my taser. I had my pepper spray. And I was like, should I just, like, go drive to his place and, like, tase him and pepper spray him at the same time? So we stopped talking. Like, I seen him in public. I would just look at him, walk away, like, boom. I forgot the date, 1 month. But the girl, she was, like, still watching my story, and she had, like, friends watching my story. And I had posted my spam on Snapchat, and her best friend or whatever went to follow my spam. What can her say? I'm gonna give you what you want. Never posted him name. I just posted, like, I don't know what to say. I just posted stuff. And I guess she told him because out of nowhere, he requested to get in my spam. And then I was out of town that day. He had texted me and was like, what's up with you, Kay? Da da da. We got into it and I didn't really care. What also made me not like him so much, he tried to get at the girls I was around and used to say, oh, Kayla don't have to know. Bet. And the thing is, I was so respectful to like what we had going on, because one of them roommates of his, I went to shoot my shot before we even got to tech. Like, I even have a video. It was a trend. We were like, I like him too. His roommate is actually in the video. So I was like, I was respectful, but respect no more. But that didn't mean I just went to go try to talk to his roommate, because I was toxic at the time. And after that, we stopped talking for a minute. Like, we stopped talking for a long time. In September of 2021, we got back cool. Like, I'm such a friendly person. It's not that I'm even friendly. It's the fact that I don't stay mad for long. I still didn't care. Like, I didn't care 2 weeks after the situation happened. I didn't care anymore. But I guess he took it as I hated him. So we end up, like, getting back cool, becoming back, not friends, because anybody I messed with in the past is not my friend. That's gay. That's the end of that story. Like, we just got back cool. Anyways, that's the end of this story time. I will come to y'all with more story times. With that being said, I see you guys later.